everyone, welcome to Hillside Harvest Homestead. Today we're going to just kind of go over our cow that she looks like she's about 1 to 2 weeks away from calving, which for me is really exciting. I've been waiting for this day forever. So we didn't have or don't have an actual due date. All I know when we bought her is that we were told she was with a bull for 2 months, the months of November and December last year. So all we know is that she was due sometime either in August or September. Well, it's mid-September now, and she has been, over the last probably 2 months, has been building a little bit of a bag. And so, but it's just been like real slow and real steady. And this being the first cow I've ever been around, the first calving process I've ever been around, I wasn't completely sure what the signs were and what I needed to look for her being close to calving. So I did look it up, and one of the sites, actually a couple of the sites, gave a lot of terms that I wasn't familiar with. Now I've been around sheep and goats giving birth. I know what to look for with those guys. And I wasn't sure if, it would be the same signs with a cow, if they're different, what else I need to look for. So, a lot of them are the same, actually. So, but I was coming across terms like, strutting of teats and springing and stuff. So I wasn't sure what that was. It was getting really frustrating, but I finally did find a site, where it was a blog, and she actually had pictures of what you're looking for, and didn't use those terms. So I kind of figured out what those terms mean by the pictures that she had and what she was talking about. So one of the signs that I knew I would have to look for, same as with goats, is the top line. Their spine right above the tail is going to look more pronounced, because the ligaments next to it are softening in preparation to make room for a baby to come out. I know with goats and sheep, there's usually some discharge that's showing that they're going to be going into labor or are starting to go into labor. I wasn't sure if cows have that. I had read that they don't always have that. So, that was one of the main things that I was kind of waiting to look for, is to see the discharge. But then when I read that they don't always have that, it made me a little bit nervous. So, this other blog that I ran into talked about the udder. Now because she's a dairy cow, they actually start building their udder several months before they ever calve. Now goats will too, so I'll know when they start getting developing a bag. They're probably about 2 months out, month and a half to 2 months out. So what our cow has had, or has been starting a bag for the last 2 to 3 months, I'd say. But it just hasn't really gotten any bigger or anything. So anyways, I noticed the other day our cow's bag was getting just a little bit bigger. And then this morning when I went out and checked, I saw some other signs. So I'm thinking we're probably maybe a week. I would say 2 weeks at the very, very most. We're probably about a week out. So I'm super excited about that. I will show you what I'm talking about, and the different signs that I'm seeing, so that you can get kind of a picture, of what's going on. And then hopefully we'll be able to just keep this going and continue to show what it looks like as she gets closer and closer. And then hopefully I'll be able to catch the birth. I've been trying so hard with the goats to catch their births and have missed every single one of them. So I'll have to be a little more diligent on this cow one. She did have a little bit of discharge this morning. Obviously she doesn't want me back there. It's fine. So we're just going to keep our eye on that. And then she has gotten larger in her bag towards the back here as well, which is a noticeable difference. This area, I mean, she looks like she's dipped in a little bit more here. There's kind of a pocket area here that's dipped in, so that would be another improvement towards giving birth. So otherwise the bag area is still pretty much the same here. The teats still have some wrinkles in them, so she is still, you know, obviously puffed up here, so that's what we want. That's the whole springing aspect. We're getting there. Alright, so we are on day 6 from the first time that I videotaped. She has more tension in the teats, so the wrinkling is starting to go away. Her bag is still pretty tight at this point, but you can see there's more tension there. Not a whole lot of change here on the top line. I don't know if you can see. It is difficult because she's dark. As far as this area goes, I mean, we're pretty close to the same. I mean, she's just a little more puffy, but it's pretty close to the same. So, obviously we're getting closer, duh. But I'm thinking probably within another day or two, I'll be putting her in the stall. I don't want to put her in too early. You know, I don't want her to have to sit in a stall forever. I also don't want to have to feed her a bunch of hay while she's in there either. So we're kind of limited on hay. It was a bad hay year. So hay is outrageously high in price and hard to get a hold of right now. So, but anyways, this is where she is now. So we're getting close. Not quite there yet, but getting awful close. So she's filled up more in her bag back here as well. So we're getting close. We're getting close. So we're at day 9 since the first time I filmed. She is looking miserable. So I had put her in the stall last time, but she, you know, because she had a little discharge, but there was no progression or anything like that. So I went ahead and let her out the next day. So now she's just like really mellow right now, and her bag has gotten so much tighter. She was starting to lactate a little bit yesterday, but she is hard as a rock, and you can tell I was petting her bag and she was just like, oh my gosh, that's so uncomfortable. She's at that stage at pregnancy, like, you know, when we women are. It's that last week, you know, days before, and we're just like, oh my gosh, is it over yet? I'm so uncomfortable. I'm getting impatient. I'm ready for this baby to come too, but she is, I think, definitely feeling ready. So I notice a change here in her body. I think it's because the baby has shifted, but it's just like this, I don't know, it's like extra skin hanging down off her belly here. So, and then hip wise, oh, I mean, it dips in a bit here, so I think that's, you know, been a little bit of a change. So, and she does look like her spine up here has come down a bit. You can't see it real huge, but it's there. Her hip area here seems to be sticking out a bit more. So, and she did have a little more discharge this morning. It's kind of dried up, but she's ready. I know she's ready. So we're getting there. She's just really docile today. She's really lovey. She's like totally letting me, I mean, she always lets me pet her, but usually she kind of moves around a bit more. And we'll kind of move her head around a bit, but she is just really docile, so you know she's feeling it right now. Aw.
But she is very sweet.
She is very sweet. Yeah, she's feeling it. So,
That was scary.
yeah, she's licking her bag a lot because you know it's uncomfortable. So, and I was reading up a bit more about signs when they're due. One of the signs is obviously they'll lose their appetite, which she hasn't lost yet. They'll kick their belly with their tummy, or their tummy with their tail. I don't know what I just said. They'll kick their tummy with their tail. She was doing that yesterday, but there's flies out too, so could very well have been that. They may kick their stomach with their hooves. Can be a change in attitude. Sometimes they'll get a lot more grumpy. She's not at this point. She's just extremely docile. Even for her just to stand here like this, typically she'd be coming up to me and wanting to kind of push me with her head a bit, and she's not. So from here you can see real well her tail is sticking out a bit more. So definitely a difference in her behavior today.
Annabelle, yeah, yeah, yeah. I know it's gonna be hard, but you're gonna have a sweet baby calf. You're gonna have a sweet baby calf.
So we are on day, I think 12. I don't know. I've lost count. I'm so anxious and impatient that I have lost count. I did bring her again back into the stall. I actually think we're going to be within the next 24 hours or so. You can see kind of her tail has lifted up quite a bit more. There was a huge difference this morning. I know it's hard to see in the lighting and because she's black as well, but big difference, a huge dip right next to her tailbone there. She is now leaking. I don't know if you can see it. She's lactating quite a bit from her teats. And then this morning when I went out, she did have a little droop on her tail. So she's got a little more stuff coming out. But the big thing that we've noticed is just that tail end area. Excuse me, Rebecca. She's eating still. You know, we're not that close that she's lost her appetite, but let's see if I can. She's come down quite a bit here. There's a big dip right in here. So that was a huge difference this morning, and obviously, you know, she's got some height to her tail here. And like right here, she's got all this goop that was on here. She doesn't have a whole lot coming from her back end right now. The teats have filled up even more. I mean, she's got, you can't see it, but she actually has a steady stream coming from this teat right there. Coming from that one. She's got a steady stream coming from it. So I think my girlfriend's ready here within the next 24 hours at least. So I think it'll be before that. But anyways, it's dark in here. I can't see, but quite a difference. So she is obviously still eating. She's just slowed down with her eating. She's not quite as ravenous. And then she's slower. Like this morning when I went to go feed her some hay out in the pasture, she didn't run to me, which she usually does. She just kind of slowly walked. So, yeah. Oh, that was ladylike.
What, 52?
Yeah, she passed some gas. So yeah, we're very
What is
close
she
this
doing?
time. She's licking the last of the grain out of there. So, and we just wait now.
Really bad. Really
But she's
bad.
still good tempered and everything, which is great. I'm glad.
Why is her tail out?
Because she's gonna have a baby soon.
Is she trying to poop out her baby?
It's getting there. Well, by Kraken, I missed the birth. I was out here 2 hours ago filming. I came out here to check, see how she was doing. Nutcracker. Come on, focus here. And I missed another birth. Cotton picking. I'm doing so bad at finding these guys having their babies. I told you it was close though. Poop.
It's so cute.
2 hours. I was out here 2 hours ago. Oh, that is disappointing.
Oh, but
So
she's
now
so
I have
cute.
to try to figure out how to,
So cute.
having never been with a cow that's just had her baby, I don't know if she's going to be aggressive. I need to get in there to the baby because I didn't want her bonding with the baby because that would be hard to take the baby away. I didn't want to have to do that to her. I'd rather have taken it right after birth. I know, so she doesn't have to deal with being separated. Bugger, she never even stopped eating.
That's gross. She pooped out blood. Gross.
Watch out there.
See, Mom?
So you can see this baby. There's that baby.
What?
Oh,
The baby cup is so cute.
yeah. Doggone it. Now they're bonding. Guess it is what it is. I just didn't want her to be aggressive towards us. Oh, she's got the baby around. So now we have to just figure this out, I guess.
But this is gonna be so happy.
Yeah.
No. But we do have to call Granny, right?
Yeah, we'll call Grammy. Well, poop. Well, I'm glad they're healthy. I'm glad she didn't have any problems. That's good. And baby's healthy. Yeah, you did it, Annabelle. Good job. Good job, Mama.
Good job for being a brave mommy. Good job for being a brave mommy. When you were a brave mommy, when you had me, right?
Mhm.
And now you had me like for a lot of times, right?
Well, I've had you for 6 years.
Yep, because I am 6.
Mhm. Mhm.
Whoa! Wait, Mom, look how big her back has gotten.
Mhm. I know.
Oh man, we missed her. Oh, and the baby cat's over here. Actually, it's walking. It's actually walking.
Mhm. I'm trying to find it. Now let's see.
It was over there. Oh, so excited. Because now maybe I can actually pet the baby cat.
Hello, baby.
Hello,
Hello.
Hello. Hi. Aww. Isn't it so cute? We have to tell Granny. Oh, the baby's so cute. I wonder if it's a steer.
I don't know yet.
If if it's a steer, then it will probably like kids. Maybe. Because it'll get used to me if I come out to it a lot.
Oh, what can I see? Can I see anything? I think it's a female. I think it's a heifer.
What's a heifer?
A little girl. Couldn't see very well.
Mom, can we call Grammy now?
Give me a second, okay?
Well, you have to keep this. You have to keep this video.
Oh, yeah.
So you can see the bird.
Hey everyone, so we are at about that 5-week mark since having the calf. So I will show you Apple, which is what I named our little heifer. And then we were able to successfully separate Apple from her mom, from Annabelle. But yeah, everything has been going really well. Apple is friendly, pushy. She's very pushy, like her mother. But she's getting big and she's a cutie. And yeah, so I'll give you some pictures of them, just give you an update. Alright, let's see if we can get Apple. She loves her bottle, so she thinks I'm going to feed her even though I fed her just a couple hours ago. So, hello Apple. Hello, and there's that big long tongue. Hello, Miss Apple. Blah. I'm teasing you, huh? I know. Bleh. You silly girl. That's just not it, is it? That is not it. Silly thing. Yeah, girlfriend. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. There's that tongue. There's the tongue. Hello. Hey, cutie. Hey, cutie. Yeah, you're pretty cute. There's a little baby goat. She loves people too, huh? This is little Emmylou. Baby. What? How are you? How are you? Hello. Yeah. A good girl, huh? But I know you can see here. You can see some ribs. It's not quite as bad as it was, but and then her shoulder bones started sticking out a little bit more, so she just looks pretty skinny. Milk cows look skinny anyways, their bones do stick out, but I mean, she just looks a little more skinny than I would like to see. Hello. Yeah, I'm talking about you. She was somewhat patient with hand milking. I think it would have just taken a bit of time to get her a little more used to it, because she does move around and fiddle quite a bit, and so she was kind of kicking the bucket quite a bit, which I was expecting, but you know, when your hands are getting tired and sore and she keeps kicking the bucket and stuff, it kind of gets irritating. So she does kick at the tubing when she is being machine milked at certain times. Like, she knows when she's not giving milk anymore. So as soon as 1/4 of her bag is like done being milked, she starts kicking a little bit to get the milking cups off of her. So, but she's actually quite a bit more patient than I figured she would be. So I'm pleased. She's doing good. Hey, Annabelle. You being antisocial right now? You being antisocial? Yeah. So, well, thank you for joining us here at Hillside Harvest Homestead as we just kind of whittle away day by day at our chores and growing larger for our family. And just hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and make sure that you like and subscribe to our videos, and we will see you on the next go round.